So I did my video call on the Discord server a few days back. I tried to record it so I could recap it, but I ended up screwing that up. So I wanted to still go over how I made Living Life, so let's get right into it. Alright, so one thing is I tend to name my tracks weird. I don't know why it's called that at all, it just is. Anyways, I started off with the beat for the song and it was just this here. And it was this instrument here, but I wanted to send the individual tracks to Jerry to mix. So this was what he did afterwards a little bit. And I can't get this back because I didn't save. I'm just kind of bad at that. Anyways, so I started off with this and I was like, well, what can I add to it? And I was like, well, it's kind of a simple beat, so maybe we can keep it a little simple. And I think I came up with this, and I decided I should start the song off with this too. I think either I started off with this or the beat, I can't remember now actually. But I started off with that and I was like, alright, what else to add? And I was like, well, maybe some bass, and the bass sounds the same. I think kind of has just different octaves, and then I do just to change it up a little bit, but wanted it to be very simple. And that's all it's coming out. I just want it to be kind of electronic-y, so that's also why I have two different verses and one where the vocals are tuned really hard. The control, I have no idea where to go. All over, I feel my body. And I just wanted that to give it still that thickness with having two vocals, but I wanted to give off that electronic vibe. So then, I just want to stop for good. So goodness sake, it feels like a crash and burn. I thought that mix sounded pretty cool together. That's why I wanted to go with that. Keep it electronic but simple, kind of a little different. And I also didn't want it to have like a typical verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. So that's why I went to did like a pre-chorus, and there's kind of a chorus, I guess. But I wanted to kind of go back and instead of being like a heavy hitting chorus, I wanted to just be like a whisper thing and back to the verse right here. And be like, huh? But I still wanted that build up too, so that's why I added in these drums right here that go. And it just give it that little power up. It's building up, it's still building up. What are we building up to? And then I go from this. This isn't the way I should be living my life. And then all of a sudden, bam. Hits you right away. I just wanted this part to be a bit more raw rock, hard rock, metal, whatever you want to call it. But I still wanted to have electronic drums in it. And currently I can't load these up because I guess there's on my drive, but I had some electronic drums with it too, still give it a little bit of that one-man band aspect, you know. And then I just had just this too. No organ attached to it, but does it just kind of give it that whole rock vibe and give it all that final punch we were waiting for. And I just kind of came up with that guitar part, just kind of going off a little bit of the beginning, but I wanted to let's add a little bit more and let's give it that heaviness to it too. And yeah, and it has a few tracks. I mean, I would say around, around probably 45 in total that are actually being used, and then I have all these other demos down here of things, and I like to just have demos just to prep myself up more and make sure I know exactly what I want. Hey, I should be living my... Especially too, because here I scream really loud and it clips. So that's why but I like to save them just in case I end up wanting to use them. So that's why I have that. I kind of wrote all that stuff first, and then two, I wrote the melody, and then I was like, okay, what should the words, lyric be? And basically I was just was talking about how, I was going through a lot when when the pandemic hit pretty hard, and then just kind of wasn't living the life I wanted to be living, and with a lot of things going on with the pandemic and just my current living focus. Yeah, and with my current living situation, so it's just kind of all that, just a lot of overwhelming. So then I wrote the lyrics to that, and yeah, that's kind of just how it came to be, and that's why it is how it is now.